Alright, so today we're talking about scaffolding language, scaffolding learning, chapters 2 and 3 at the Gibbons text. Chapter 2 highlights the importance of classroom talk for English learners and different types of classroom talk there is. The first one is that they need to understand what's being said to them and what they're reading. So obviously for them to complete a task, they need to know what's going on. A good way to demonstrate this to ELs is to give them visual demonstrations, show something up on the board, and use language around that so they kind of piece 2 and 2 together. They also need to use language themselves, so the way that they're going to be able to build upon their English language is partaking in what we call productive struggle. So instead of anytime they stop feeding them the answer, letting them think about it, use their brain, then formulate the answer. That's going to build new brain cells, what we call productive struggle. ELs also need good academic models of people using the language, well, English in this case, how it should be used. So surrounding them with, mixing them into classes with kids who are proficient in English will help them a lot. So instead of just jamming them in a class with only English learners, where they're only exposed to other kids who are going through the same struggle as them, where they're only talking the same type of language, that's not going to benefit them as much as if they're constantly surrounded by the people speaking English and speaking it how it should be. Because they'll visually hear that, they'll pick up on cues, and they'll be like, oh, well, that's how I learned it. They also need to use their native language to progress in other subjects, so continue to build on in their math, history, science. So like a deficiency in English should not make them be held back in math. Okay, those two aren't related, so they should be able to use their initial language to build upon their math skills. Their English deficit shouldn't affect that. And then chapter 3, she talks about the benefits that group work could provide for ELs. So group work will give them more confidence. So it's a low stress environment. Instead of just calling on a kid and being like, hey, say this in front of the whole class, they might get embarrassed in front of the whole class. But if they're in a small group with their peers, they'll be more comfortable sharing with them. Also, group work makes them interact with their peers. And if their peers have strong academic language, they'll pick up on this. And she gives a couple tips on how to make group work effective. And she says giving clear direction so the students know exactly what to do, making group discussion necessary for the task. So instead of just letting 2 kids take care of the whole group and then your English learner is left on the side, making sure that each person participates in the group work. Also, she said make sure the task is manageable for kids of all cognitive levels, so no one's going to be left behind again. All group mates are involved, and students have enough time to complete the task. So this would allow all students to participate instead of just the speedy workers, them leaving the English learner out because there's not enough time for them to get done the task, and they're like, oh, we'll deal with you later. It encourages everyone to participate. Thanks.